Bonjour, book club. Megas here on a beautiful day. Welcome back to the library, the Little Parish Bookshop. We're in chapter 18. Oh, I am loving it. I just got done reading it. Couldn't wait to grab the camera and jump on here. Real quick, Kiva, where are you? It's not book club without a certain amount of you guys that are here every day. And in the comments, you said your comments were getting blocked. You had to keep putting them in. Are they blocking you? If that ever happens to any of you, go to my Instagram. It's Megas_11_11. And then we can talk there and figure out what's going on with the YouTube comments. But we miss you and love you so much. You've only been gone one day and I'm freaking out, which is perfect for our French word for today. It's peur, fear. And this chapter talks about fear. There's always a deep message behind all the humor and the heartwarming relations and the found family. And it talks in this chapter about how fear can destroy a life, right? And you don't want to get to the end of your life with the regrets, but it also gives you a hope that it's not too late. As long as you're still drawing breath, you can get rid of that fear and live life. Real quick, just because I'm thinking about how much I love this found family we have here. Have you guys noticed in my thumbnail for my channel, there's a picture of me with my long beard and I'm looking up. I look so happy. That was taken by one of our wonderful friends several years ago. And she was with the channel from the beginning. She died a couple years ago, broke all of our hearts, but she screenshotted that from one of my videos and sent it to me. And so to honor her, to always remember her. So Dorothy is never forgotten. Dorothy, we love you. I think about you every day. Oh, but it just shows that found family. Once you're a part of this, you always are. You're always a wonderful friend. And I love you guys. When I say I love you, I truly mean it because you guys also give me so much love. Okay, so chapter 17. We had that beautiful, heartwarming moment between Max and Perdue, and then they crashed the boat, right? And now it takes us into 18. It says, Perdue steered the barge, which the current had pushed sideways. Unfortunately, Lulu's stern swung, leaving the long barge jammed across the river like a cork in a bottle. The crossfire of honking ships whose channel is blocked, and watch out for this guy. He's funny. A British narrow boat, one of the 2-meter wide but very long houseboats, narrowly avoid crashing into Lulu. Landlubbers, gutter snipes, slime eels, the British shouted over from their dark green houseboat. Now Max is yelling back, monarchist, atheist, cuss cutters. Crust cutters? Is that a swear word in French? What is a crust cutter? It makes me laugh nonetheless. I'm going to call someone that. I'll probably be using that today somehow. That's going in my vocabulary. Perdue, he finally gets the boat headed back in the right direction. And now they're looking for a place to moor. And you guys know this. I was a boat captain. I know this anxiety he is feeling, and he doesn't, but Nina George captures the emotion of this so good. So he sees his spot. It says, and feel the tension, all eyes on you as you have to park this huge thing. It's like reversing into a parking space outside the only cafe in town at the height of summer with everyone watching. And then here's funny, the only space open is next to a dark green British narrow boat. Remember the one they had the battle with out there on the river? So he succeeded at the second attempt, and they only briefly bumped against the English boat. An angry man stormed out of the cabin, brandishing a half-empty wine glass. The other half of the wine had landed on his bathrobe, along with the potatoes and the sauce. What the devil have we done to make you keep attacking us like this? He shouted. Sorry, called Perdue. And so now Perdue, he does what he knows to do. He goes down and picks out a handful of novels to appease this man and offer friendship and peace. It's beautiful. And now Max, he goes into the library and pulls out a book on how to tie knots so he can tie up Lulu to the docks there. Now the harbor master comes over, and this is cute. He says, your son can go ahead, he's talking to Perdue, and empty out your toilet tanks. It's free of charge. Purdue let out a deep sigh. Sure, my son, he looks and throws Jordan an unfriendly look, and now Purdue, he's thinking back about youth, right? And he's having some regrets here, seeing how life has kind of passed him by because of his fear. He says something here that reminded me of my grandpa Whitey, because he said that before and it always stuck in my mind. He says, "Oh no, I wouldn't want to be 21 again," thought Gene, or only with the same knowledge he had today. I remember my grandpa saying that. He goes, I wouldn't want to go back and live his life again, but he said, unless I had the knowledge and wisdom I have now, then he would do it, right? And I get that. It says it was his, my mouth, it's just not working. Come on, Megas, you can do it. Speak. It was as if the years had trickled through his fingers like water. The older he got, the quicker it went. And before he knew it, he needed tablets for high blood pressure and a flat on the ground floor. And so he's just having some regrets, feeling himself getting older. He's thinking about his best friend, Vaya, that went a completely different route. His friend was a director of scientific research and just tells about some of the things he just had an appetite to understand. Like, why do people fall in love? Why do things happen the way they do? Why do the body cells behave the way they do? And so Purdue says, oh, so you're searching for the soul. And then his friend says, no, I'm searching for the mechanism, right? Because he says it's about action and reaction and that lifelong question I guess we all have. Could it be both? I think so. He thinks about how differently his friend spent his last 20 years. He got married and had children, and he didn't lose himself in just fear of being loved and loving. Now he's thinking of where his life is right now. He's thinking about Max, right? His writer friend, earmuff wearer, future interpreter of dreams, my decreed son. I love that. So we're seeing this father-son relationship really coming together. Am I so old that I look like a father? Purdue asked. And he goes, well, what would be so wrong about that? And here he's thinking about himself here in the middle of the River Marina. Purdue felt an enormous longing for a family, and I think he's starting to realize maybe he does have a family, maybe a little different than his friend went, but he's feeling that father-son relationship, that found family with Max. Oh, let's see. He's thinking again his regrets that he denied Manon exactly the thing that she longed for, refused to remember her, to speak her name, to think of her every day with affection and love. Instead, he banished her. He thinks to himself, shame on you, Jean Purdue. Shame on you for choosing fear. Wow. He says, fear transforms your body like an inept sculptor does a perfect block of stone. Purdue heard Vaya's voice say inside him, it's just that you're chipped away at from within, and no one sees how many splinters and layers have been taken off you. You become ever thinner and more brittle inside until even the slightest emotion bowls you over. One hug and you think you're going to shatter and be lost. If Jordan ever needed a piece of fatherly advice, Purdue would tell him, never listen to fear. Fear makes you stupid. Wow. That's good fatherly advice right there. What a book, guys. I love you.